Hello. What's up, everybody? Here I am with the hood up because my head is cold. Very, very cold. I shaved it today as I do every other day, and my head is fucking frozen. So now I look like the actual little thumbnail thing I just had up. You know? Ah, say, hey now, in honor of Ralph Cirella. I'm going to talk about him in just a second. I'm going to do some shout outs and then I want to talk about Ralph and Howard Stern. And then we can get to whatever usual business is on, the schedule, the menu tonight. We'll get to that. I was listening to Howard. I canceled my Sirius XM, so I couldn't listen to his whole show from today, but I was listening to little clips that are on YouTube, you know, about Ralph and stuff. I'm going to tell you something right now before I get to shout outs. I've never heard Howard that sad. Now, somebody texted me, I think it was Joey, yeah, Joey Dimes. He said, nobody shed a tear, including Howard. If you know Howard, no tears are going to be shed, and I'm sure Joey Dimes knows that because he's a Howard expert. But I've never even, put it this way, when his dad died, I didn't hear him sounding as sad as he did today. He was pretty, I don't know, calm, cool, and collected, I guess you could say. Now, that makes a little sense, I guess, because, his dad was very, very old and it wasn't such a shock. Like with Ralph, his heart gave out during a procedure. But still, I've never heard him as sad as I heard him today, and all I heard was these little clips on YouTube. So, let me get to some names. Well, you got 75 people? All right. At Tony Cuts, Jesse Roth, Miss Can't Be Wrong, Al Baz, Antonino, War. Is that what it was? Let me see. Was it lymphoma? A rare type. Hey now, here you are. He said, of all the days I can't be on, it's one big with Stern News. Okay, it's one. I'm sorry. Let me reread that like as if I'm not dyslexic. Of all the days I can't be on, it's one with big Howard Stern News. I added Howard to it. R.I.P. Ralphie boy, hug your friends and family, everyone. Yes, you all should. Always. Hey now, if you heard Howard today, he explains that, hey now, him saying that was kind of Ralphie's creation, Ralph Cirella got him saying that. So without Ralph, we wouldn't have, hey now. And that's one of my favorite things to do. And that's my friend Hey Now's name. I was never a big fan of Ralph. I'm not going to sit here and act like I was. Oh no. I couldn't fucking stand him. As I'm sure many of you who are Stern fans, you probably feel the same way. Okay? He's everything about him irritated me. He was obnoxious, he was rude, he was kind of a jerk off. I don't want to speak ill of the dead. I'm just being honest. But still, he was a huge part of that show. And that show was a huge part of my life. Since I was a little boy, I was listening to Howard Stern. And I think I could probably recite 400 or 500 episodes of Howard Stern. Seriously, word for word. I listened to them so many times. Of course, the Artie years, they were my favorite. And who would have thought that fucking Artie would outlive Ralph? Because I know Howard said today that Ralph didn't really take care of himself, but yeah, he did kind of. He was always dieting. He was very worried about his weight. Always drank a lot of water and shit, you know? I mean, he wasn't exactly a guy who was smoking crack on weekends, you know? So, although I was not a huge fan of Ralph's, I'm a huge fan of that show, and Ralph was a huge part of it. And let's not forget all the comedy Ralph created. I mean, all the funny shit with him and Eric the Midget and everybody. You know what I mean? Like, unbelievable. Classic show. Always was. I love it. And from time to time, I still go back and listen to old episodes and shit. So, yes, rest in peace, Ralph Cirella. Let me try that again. Rest in peace, Ralph Cirella. Although I was not a fan of yours, what can I say? You know, I still feel like we've suffered a major loss, us Howard Stern fans, you know? And it's funny because a lot of us probably feel like as if, I used to want to ask, like, Howard, why are you friends with this guy? And a lot of people did ask. But Howard discussed that today, and he said, because Ralph, first of all, was trustworthy. Very, very important. Ralph saw a lot of things, knew a lot about Howard. He could have sold that information. He could have fucking written a book. He could have done all types of things. But he kept it all to himself. And when you're in Howard's position, there's not many people you could trust. You can't just call anybody and talk to them because you don't know who they're going to tell. So that's why he loved his friend Ralph. And it was kind of sad to listen to, especially, considering that I just lost a friend. And just a little while ago, well, let me finish some shout outs and I'll get back to it. You know me, I got to do everything in order. Okay, I don't feel like the first part is completed yet. Norman Lear died, creator of many shows like All in the Family, yeah, and the Jeffersons and all that. Yeah, another big loss, but he was 101. Me and my mom were just talking about that. There's Antonino singing Christmas music. Albert Truth Telling Alligator. Did I shout you out? Chris Capello. If I'm repeating names, who cares? I only did a few in the beginning. Sandria Guest. We hope the same for you, Sandria. Shout out to Boston. Dave. Matthew Wells. Steve Cutler. War. Yizzo. Dexter Morgan is one of the first people that texted me today. Him and Joey Dimes and a couple of others about Ralph dying, he was what, like 55? Was he 55, 58? Something like that. It is young. And I guess what? He was having a procedure and his heart just gave out, That's scary shit, man. It's amazing how that can happen to some people, yet others could withstand, dozens of fucking heart surgeries and every fucking thing else. And, you know, they they survive it. Their hearts don't give out. I guess it all just depends. But Howard was saying today that he didn't like that Ralph never got himself health insurance. And Ralph alluded to, or basically just came right out and said that he had purchased life insurance for Ralph. But he would say to Ralph, this is, you're burdening me. I have some lint and shit on my hood. Oh no, I think I just made it worse. There's a one piece. Whatever. I think there's a couple of pieces. Fucking dog hair and shit. Whatever. Howard Stern would tell him, you're burdening me. It's not fair. I shouldn't have to be responsible for your health insurance and stuff, which, I don't know. Howard, come on. Come on. You're a fucking billionaire. I know. I understand it shouldn't be your problem, but he's not only your best friend, he was your employee for decades, 40-year career. Pay for his fucking health insurance. Who cares? You know, what are you talking for a good plan? 10 grand a year tops. Pay the 10 grand a year for your friend. You know, I understand. Howard's a little cheap, as you all know if you're a Howard Stern fan. Look at all this. I have like a string right here, a hair or something. I have little lint balls. I don't know if that's a mark or just a. Now it's moving. Yeah, it's lit. I'm trying. You know me, it'll drive me crazy. And my head is cold, so I want to keep my hood up. I was wearing this shirt all day, so you know. Oh, yeah. No, no, no. Tony Ducks, you know, you didn't do anything wrong. Thank you, Tony Ducks, and else. And Joey Dimes. Thank you. Does it all of a sudden sound a lot better? Let's see. Is it all of a sudden fixed? Oh man, you know, it's not like I'm having any issues. It's that I forgot that now that the microphone is hooked up to the Rodecaster, if I don't turn the Rodecaster on, this microphone doesn't work, and I'm talking to my fucking computer microphone, which is why it sounded like shit. I'm sorry. Should I start the show over? Because I'm fucking pissed now. Anyway, and I finally got the sound I want. I listened to last night's show in the car, and it sounds fucking great. So I fucked it all up. I didn't have the Rodecaster on. Oh well, it is what it is. Let me get up here back to where you know what? I'm done with the fucking shout outs. I did enough. Browning Automatic, what's up? 5080 was? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Jason Mike Sell, how you doing, my friend? I knew Joey Dimes would be here because this is basically, at least the beginning of this show is going to be talking about Howard Stern and the Howard Stern show. And Joey Dimes would not miss that. Steve Langford busting balls. Yeah, he was a prick, man. God, I miss when it was really the Howard Stern show. You know, all the crazy shit they did, all the non-PC shit they did. I miss it. Um, yeah, I guess so. You're right. Jason Mike Sell, yo, FBS, that polo hoodie looks like good material. I like it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. I had this on today, and I had to go. I was on the phone with Bill Catolo for a couple of hours today, and I went to Whole Foods because I had to return the other microphone. So I returned that, and I had never walked into a Whole Foods before, never in my entire life. Swear to God. So I went into Whole Foods, and I was looking around, and I was like, "Damn, the fucking butcher shop and everything. This looks beautiful." So we might be going back tomorrow. I don't know. But anyway, on the way home, I listened to this Ralph stuff, and I picked up a couple of pizzas. I came home, and we ate, uh, and we were sitting around talking, and I called my friend Kim, because I want to find out about the funeral and stuff. Our friend passed away. And I wound up talking to my friend's son, and he, you know, funerals are expensive. Okay, I'll just say that, and they're having some trouble getting together, the money they need for the funeral. So, of course, Cam gave a lot of money, and I'm gonna be doing the same, because I do feel bad. And anyway, we had that phone conversation. I don't know. It just listening to Howard talk about this stuff with Ralph, it made me think about my friend. I don't want to say his name, but it made me think about him a lot. Losing him, and of course, like I just said, I talked to his son today and stuff. I don't know. It sucks, man. All I can say is spend as much time as you can with your family and friends, loved ones, while you have a chance. You have to. It's very, very important. Once that time is gone, it's gone. There's no turning back. You never want to be in a situation where you say to yourself, I wish I would have just, hung out with him the day he asked me to hang out with him, or, took a trip with him when he wanted to take a trip, or her, or whoever, you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you might be passing up on, you might never get a chance to do that again. That's why, like tonight, like I said, it was my mom, me, Shanna, and I was on the phone with Cam, and my stepson's here, and we had the dogs and all that shit, and we were talking about the funeral. We were talking about our friend, and when I hung up, I just looked around, and it's like, wow, you take shit for granted. You don't even realize how lucky you are. Like I have my mom here against all odds. She's here still. I have my wife, my stepson. He's doing great in life, playing sports. Fucking straight A student. Of course, I have my daughter, stuff like that. But I mean, just in this house, the people I have here with me, how fucking lucky I am. And it brought me a sense of peace, because it's like you might lose somebody, but there's still people around. There's still people in your life. You can't just break down or give up or quit because you lost somebody, because there's other people who need you, So that's why, it was good. I got to talk to his son and stuff. And he told me what he needed. I can't give him everything he needs, unfortunately, but I'm going to make a big donation and stuff. And, hopefully they'll get the rest of the money together and everything will be good. But, it's the way it is sometimes. Families aren't always prepared for these expenses and shit, Let me see something here. What do we got? Jason Mikesell, member for 13 months. I just want to say it's been an absolute pleasure to be a member. Thank you, Jason. It's been a pleasure having you. I appreciate you, bro. Jenny, 10 pounds. Did I already shout this out? I don't think so. So thank you very, 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 very much. Everybody was saying the sound sucks, and I was behind in the comments, so I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it. I guess I'll just take this show down after a couple of days. The amount of shows I take down, it's unreal. Ah, fuck me. And I was saying good things in the beginning. Howard used to come to Vegas and stiff limo drivers and servers. I heard that, but at the same time, I have a hard time believing it because, I mean, how could you do that and be Howard? Like, it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be, everybody's going to talk about it. They're going to call you out. But I have heard it. And if it's true, that's fucking disgraceful. They say he makes something like $7,000 per second. For real. Okay. Now, of course, they're talking about the hours that he's on the air. But holy shit. Dexter Morgan, Howard was never good to his employees financially, except for Fred, Robin, and Gary. That's the one thing I never liked about Howard. He was never loyal to any of them. Yeah, I believe you're correct. I believe you're right. Yeah, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? I heard that Sal and Richard just maybe 10 years ago, when, the whole fucking show was about them still. Not the whole show, but you know what I mean. They made that show. They made it hilarious at times. They fucking, the writing they did, the fucking skits, everything. They were a huge part of that show once they came along. Sal and Richard, and that was probably for how long? I mean, up until they got all PC and they kind of made Sal and Richard fall back a little bit. I don't know, 10 years, 12 years, something like that. I heard they were getting like 75 grand a piece. Sal and Richard. Okay. 75 grand a year is not even good if you just work a regular job, you know, when you're living in New York City. But you're famous. I mean, they're famous. They're part of the Howard Stern show. The guy makes $100 million a fucking year. It's unbelievable. How are they not making, I don't know, at least 100 each? Well, let's be honest, it should be more. They're at that. Let's go back to when they were on TV and then they had just the channel, the pay channel and stuff, you know, because Sal was even on some of the E shows, you know, so they're famous, these people. And they're getting paid less than probably your average New Yorker. That's fucking nuts. The shit they did for that show. Do you remember some of the most insane yet funniest shit ever was created by Sal and Richard? I can't believe how quickly I forget things. But wasn't it, what did they pay? Didn't they pay Richard? Artie paid Richard $5,000 to lick Sal's balls. And then they got money together. Howard threw in 1,000. I think the jump the shark guy threw in 1,000 for Sal. I mean, this crazy shit they did, and the stuff they would do when they'd go to like the porno conventions and fucking all these different funny shit, you know, funny things they would do for the fucking show. Hilarious. Hilarious. They were the butt of so many fucking jokes, and they're barely getting paid. I mean, Sal did things on that show, so did Richard, that could ruin their lives forever. Let's be honest. So they should be making enough money that when they retire, they're good. Let me tell you something. If when Howard retires, if he doesn't give all of his main employees like a $500,000, $1 million each, he ain't shit. For real. And I think that's even shooting low. Let's be honest. Howard Stern is a billionaire. Okay. I think they say his net worth is 650 million or something right now, but he's a billionaire, you know, and just think, you think it's over once that show ends? Oh my fucking God. The money he's still going to bring in, those channels on Sirius XM will be there forever, and he will get paid for all that material, you know, because they're just going to rerun it until the end of time. He'll get paid. You know, there'll be spinoffs. I bet you Gary takes over the show or something like that, and he'll get paid for that. You know, it's for fuck's sake. I don't know. It's just unbelievable how little they're all paid. But then, like, I think Robin gets, the last time I checked, and again, this was probably 10 years ago, she was getting like 10 million a year. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but that's a little too much for Robin, I think. Robin doesn't do a whole lot. Better, but not great. What the fuck, man? Yeah, Antonino, I do. Now see how Stinky Vegan fucked me up. Hold on. Now I gotta see. It should sound fantastic. Hold on. No, it sounds great now, but I went back a little bit, like to the beginning. Yeah, it sounded like shit. My apologies, guys. I got to remember to turn on the roadcaster. I got a lot to get used to. You know what I mean? I do. I got to get used to this computer. I got to get used to this mic. I got to get used to having the roadcaster on. I'm so, you know, you got to remember for 2 fucking years, over 2 years, all I did was sit down and click live. Everything was ready to go. But now there's a few extra steps. Thank you, Tony Ducks. You're pretty goddamn good yourself. No, I'm just playing. Nah, Tommy Duckets. It's just that I suck. Thank you, Steve Cutler. Um, oh, all right, good to know. That was some Lee Cole audio quality right there. We don't want that. We do not want that. Robert B said, "Uh oh, I'm 58." Well, but you're a healthy individual, at least relatively speaking. Are you kidding me? Jason Meisel's the man. Matter of fact, oh, look at that. $10. FBS, I just lost one of my closest friends growing up in Queens, had a big meltdown and almost lost it. But end of day, I can't afford to break down. I have my son and a lot to lose if that happens. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. Yeah. It's shitty, man. You can't though. You can't lose it, because then the people that are still here on this earth, they suffer. You don't want that. So you got to keep your shit together. You have to hold your shit together. That's it. Or you'll do even more damage. And the people who passed in your life, your friends, your family, your loved ones, they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to fall apart. Um, so you just gotta figure out a way to compartmentalize, I guess, and move on to some extent. By the way, I just thought about it. When I said I returned a microphone to Whole Foods earlier, let me elaborate. That might sound weird. Whole Foods takes Amazon returns. I don't know if I said that earlier. So that's why. You go in there, you show the barcode, it prints out a label, you put it on the package, drop it in the box, you return it. I don't know why that occurred to me like a couple of minutes ago. And I'm like, oh shit, let me not forget to say this because tomorrow there'll be 6 shows about how FBS bought his microphone from Whole Foods. Baba Booey. Yeah. Private Parts movie was the shit too. I think it could have been better, Tommy Duckets, but it was the shit. I think my favorite Stern show ever is the Artie's gonna do what Artie's gonna do. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know, man. I might have to go with um Dice owing Artie the $5,000. For real, that was a fucking classic. Oh my god, I would like to just play it and talk over it. That was the shit. That argument between Artie Lang and Dice. It's so funny because Artie said something on that show. He said, this guy was a living legend to me, and he was like, you know, somebody I would have killed at one point to have a conversation with. Now I wish he would lose my number. And I understand that to some extent because some of the people that I've befriended or was friends with and are I'm no longer friends with them, whatever, brief friendships, whatever it may be, are people that I never thought they weren't living legends in my mind or anything, but there were people I never thought I'd get to speak to, and it was insane, really, having a conversation with them or getting to know them. And I feel Artie on that because it gets to a point with not with all of them, but I'm saying some of these guys, you're better off never having met them, because you realize that these people are fucking assholes. You know what I mean? And you would rather not even know what they're really like. You know what I mean? Once you meet them, you got to find out. And you're like, oh, I wasn't missing anything. Trying to think if I want to name one specifically. Nah, I won't. I won't. Let's just say there's some actors and some other people too that I met on here that I kind of sort of got to know, and now I almost regret it. Like wow, I wish I didn't even know what that person was like because I'm highly disappointed in them. You know what I mean? So it was funny. I didn't understand it back then when Artie said it about Dice. I wish he would lose my number. That's yeah. Some of these people they don't understand. Like, oh my god. Uh Anyway, that's probably one of my favorites. Not there's also the high pitch mic ones, when Artie goes off on high pitch mic, and there's fucking A bunch of the Sal and Richard ones. I don't even know if I could pick a favorite, but off the top of my head, it would probably be the Artie and Dice one. That was great. Well, Robert B., I'm not doing it like, to make a fashion statement. My head is cold. Nobody's supposed to like it. You know what I mean? Here, there you go. I'll talk like this. Joe Bag of Donuts. I told you before that my best friend was John Wayne Bobbitt's manager, and he got to go with him when he did the Stern Show live from the Hard Rock in like 1998. Oh, so wow, yeah. I guess I can't be too surprised he's a cheap fuck. Thank you, Tommy Ducats. Appreciate that, bro. Is that true, Antonino? I don't know. Every time I return something to Amazon, it'll give me like sometimes it'll be Kohl's, sometimes it's the UPS store. It depends on where it came from originally. You know, they give you a specific place to return it to. It can't just be any place that takes Amazon returns. I didn't know that. So for the mic, it had to be Whole Foods. And we don't have any Whole Foods in York. They're in Lancaster. So it was like a 25-minute drive, but what do I care? Uh, yeah, man. I asked him, what he owed altogether, and yeah, it's nothing I could do anything about, but they'll be all right. They got a plan and shit. I just want to help out as much as I can, so I'm going to donate too. But it was good talking to his son and shit, seeing like how he's feeling and stuff. It's kind of his spirits are up and shit. He doesn't sound like he's in too bad a shape. But this is the same thing like when Dink died, we paid for his funeral. You know what I mean? Like his friends, you know. Nah, I didn't see it yet, bro. I gotta check it out. Okay, see, I stinky peak and Irish Scottish. Oh man. No. Yeah, I know, bro. I am. I am. Howard made a comment. Thank you, Tommy Ducats. Howie made a comment today where he said that Ralph was like adamant about never being with anybody, having a partner, so to speak. I guess that's the new phrase for having a girlfriend or a wife. Who the fuck knows? I guess we got to say that horse shit now too. I don't know. I'll stick with the word that fits the situation: girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Fuck that partner shit. Anyway, he said that Ralph was adamant about that. In other words, he always wanted to be single. He never wanted to be tied down or in a relationship. Since he got sick, he told Howard that he wishes he had somebody. I understand that, you know. I'm sure many of us do, not because we've been sick like Ralph, but because we've been alone, and it's not just hard times. There's a lot of times, I had periods of time where I loved being single. I loved it, but then there would be nights where I was bored or something. And I'd be like, damn, if if I was with somebody, we could be out at the movies or out shopping or out, at a restaurant, whatever it may be. And then when you go through tough times like that, yeah, you have a shoulder to lean on, you know. Um, it is important. So if you have someone like that in your life, appreciate them. 137 people. Listen, guys, feel free to donate. Um, it's okay with me. I won't be upset. I have no problem accepting money from you guys in return for my bullshit. So if you can donate, please do. I'd appreciate it. You know what we need tonight? Watch this. Watch this sorry ass attempt at making some money. The way things go on here, we usually have well, not usually, but when things are bad, we'll have like 4 or 5 terrible days where we don't make any money. You know, I always say, when I say we, I mean content creators, you know? And then in my case, a lot of the time, a day will roll around, just any random day, and it'll be huge, and I'll make enough money that it kind of makes up for all the days that I didn't make any. And that's what we need. So tonight is going to be that night. This is me thinking positive. I know a bunch of you guys are going to donate right now. And I'm going to end this show, and I'm going to, not soon, but when I end this show, I'm going to be like, see that? I'm okay after all. My people came through for me. I know that's going to happen. I got my fingers fucking crossed. Right now, I'm going to check my Cash App. Nothing. I'm going to check my Venmo. Nothing. And I'm going to check my PayPal. Oh, wait. That's from Cam. All right. Oh, but look at this. Jason Mikesell, $10, said match time. Let's go. Thank you, Jason Mikesell. And as you guys know, he is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. And he said match time. So please don't betray Jason Mikesell. Okay. He's put his trust in you. He's invested $10 in your generosity because he believes you're going to match him. So please don't let him down. And don't let me down because I'll cry. Antonino, $10. Wasn't sure if it was okay to donate. Match. Yes. In case anybody's wondering, it is okay. You are allowed. I won't be mad at you at all. Now, as you guys know, Antonino is one of the biggest sponsors of this show, and he said match. And if I was you, I would listen. Just saying. Anyway, let me read some more comments. This is true, Tony Ducks. Fred was the best part of the show, you think? What, Joey Dimes, you don't think he's a billionaire? Is that what you're saying? Come on, bro. He's the king of all media. Yeah, Stevie, Fred is an absolute vital part of that show, without a doubt. But does he do anything anymore? Is he even allowed? Does he provide sound effects? Does he say funny shit anymore? I mean, everybody's had to take a back seat. Nobody's allowed to do anything any fucking more. Fred with that zero. Listen, all I have to say is 0.0. That was the genius of Fred. If you guys know the Stern Show and you know the Eric the Midget saga with the 0.0 thing, then you'll know all you need to know to tell you that Fred is a legend. Oh, really, Carlos? That's what's up. I'll read your comment above it. All right, Joey Dobbs, hold on. Howard said in the summer, he doesn't have the air on. A billionaire. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I know. Can you imagine? Like cheap. I remember he gave an intern $5,000 for a Christmas present. Okay. And he acted like he didn't want to make a big deal out of it, yet he made a big deal out of it. Not the intern, Howard. Okay. And I'm thinking, that's amazing for an intern to get a $5,000 gift from a boss. Absolutely amazing. But again, you're Howard Stern, and this is the Sirius XM years, and you're getting $100 million fucking dollars a year. So $5,000, you got to understand, $5,000 to Howard Stern is like 50 cents to most of us. Not even. It's like less. It's like us throwing a penny away. $5,000 is nothing. He could wipe his ass. He could take 3 shits a day, and every day, every shit he takes, wipe his ass with $5,000. He'll never miss it. Just flush it down the fucking toilet. $5,000? I mean, he makes more than that per second, literally. You got to give it to the man. Not only is he the greatest radio legend of all fucking time, and the greatest, in my opinion, the greatest interviewer of all time. Okay, but what was I gonna say? I don't remember. But anyway, he's a cheap motherfucker. I don't know where I was at. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Hold on. Let me check. You know what I gotta do, right? Wait. Hang on. That's what I was gonna say. Genius when it comes to money as well. Okay, those contracts and stuff, and the little fucking games he plays where it's like, this is going to be my last year. Every year is going to be his last year because SiriusXM knows, and he knows that they know that without him, the whole fucking thing cracks and crumbles. You know, so every fucking year he scares them to death. Well, not every year. When his contract's up, every 5 years. This is going to be my last year. It's going to be my last year. Yeah, and then they're all ready to throw another 500 million his way at least. I think last time he got 600 million. I'm not sure. Yeah, I believe so. I think it was 120 million a year for 5 years. That's fucking that's nuts. Joe Bag of Donuts. I was a huge Stern fan, but all of Howard's ex-minions hate him. The way he laughs about preventing Stuttering John from getting work is fucked up. Yeah, yeah, they do hate him, but I think there's reasons for that too, and it's not just that he's an asshole. I don't know. See, Howard has this problem. Okay, now on a much smaller, even a minute scale. Okay, I've learned in the last 2.5 years about people who want to somehow make a name off of your name or ride your coattails to try to be relevant or make some money. Okay. I know it all too well. And I am nobody. And the money we're talking about is nothing. Okay. But the point is, I understand now. I see what it's like to have perfect strangers actually build YouTube channels just to talk about me, because even that is a way of riding my coattails. You know, it's absolutely a way of riding my coattails. So, and I know I've been in the position. So this is why I'm not making no new friends. No, I'm not taking any new friend applications. And anybody who's still my friend, don't worry, I will be your friend for life because I already know what'll happen if I walk away from you in any way, shape, or form. For fuck's sake. Jeez, I can't do that no more. So, um, this is why I won't make any more friends on here. Okay, I'm done. Whoever I'm friends with now, that's it. No more new friends, and never again on YouTube. The reason is because most of the enemies I've made because I didn't give them enough attention when they were my friend, or even if they weren't my friend, when they were in my chats or on my panels, or they were emailing me and I didn't get back to their emails. It's always something. I didn't give you enough attention. People like Code, people like that. And then you want to kill me. You want to ruin my life. You hate my fucking guts because I didn't give you the attention you were craving from me. This type of shit. It's hard. So, and again, I am nobody. Howard Stern is one of the most powerful people in media, period. Okay. Uh, and he's, again, a billionaire, and he's world famous, and he's a living legend. Okay. Now imagine all those people that he employed and people he had around him and on the show and stuff. Imagine what he feels like. Imagine all of those fucking people constantly wanting something from him. Constantly. And say he employs them, say take somebody like Shuley. He employs them, things go south for whatever reason, Shuley leaves, right? Um, there's always going to be resentment there. Always. I'm just using him as an example, because the way things turned out, and then he turns on Howard, and Howard is the devil all of a sudden. I mean, there's a million reasons why that could be, and it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with anything Howard did. People, once they're employed by him, I think they feel entitled to, earning a paycheck from him until the day they die, like as if he should take care of them. And if things don't work out on the show and they got to go elsewhere and they're no longer relevant and all their fame goes away and all that shit, they're going to blame him for it. It's an odd thing. It's really strange. Like the things people want and expect from you because of your position. I couldn't even imagine being in a position like his. Everybody around you, they want your money, they want your time. They always want to talk to you. They always want to fucking, Howard is the type of guy, if you're his employee, you're not necessarily going to talk to him on the phone, but that's what they want. And then when he doesn't do that, they turn resentful. They feel insulted. See, this is why you got to, you got to keep distance between some of the people around you. Seriously. And I think that's what he always did. He's not that accessible. Unless you're somebody really close to him, you're not going to talk to Howard that easily, at least. And he's not going to support you the rest of your life, and you don't have a job for life necessarily if you were with him at some point. But that's what people expect from him, and they all feel like they deserve more money, and many of them do. But if you accepted a salary, you accepted a salary, right? If that's not enough, you leave. But then when they leave, they go ape shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sure Howard, in a lot of ways, is an asshole and a cheapskate and just a fucking prick. Guarantee it. But all of this resentment and hatred towards him isn't all because of the shit he's done. Okay, it's that people. Um, he used to say he's everybody's daddy. Everybody wants to be. You know what I mean? Like everybody wants his attention, his time. He's got to be everybody's daddy. Have you not heard me call myself Daddy FBS from time to time? I understand that now. You know what I mean? Like, and again, that's on such a minute level, it barely even counts. But on his level, I couldn't even imagine, all these people. Um, these people look at him and they say, this motherfucker is a billionaire and I'm making pennies. I don't feel appreciated. He doesn't talk to me. I can't get a hold of him on the fucking phone. I asked for a raise and I didn't get it, whatever. And then they go after him. They spend the rest of their lives attacking him. Sound familiar? So but I wouldn't doubt that he's not exactly great to his employees. But let's be honest, though. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. He's Howard fucking Stern. The only person that's not replaceable in the Howard Stern universe is Howard Stern. Okay. He has a radio show, albeit satellite radio, whatever. And he has a staff that he has to hire. He hires that staff and he pays them to do a job. They're not entitled to anything else. They're not entitled to, you know, uh, once a week, one-on-one conversations with him. They're not entitled to go to lunch with him. They're not entitled to having phone conversations with him. They're not even entitled necessarily to more money. But because he is who he is, everybody expects it. But in reality, it's just like any other business. Look, this is what you get paid. And if you don't want, if you're not happy with that much money, with that type of salary, I don't know what to tell you. But you could probably go work somewhere else and I could find somebody else who's happy to do it for that pay, Yeah, what's going on in here? Okay. Let me see something. I gotta take a look at something. I'm about to be in the position I was just describing in that situation all over again. I can feel it. How do I handle this? Let me think about it. What am I hearing up there? Stephen Cordell, $10 for matched. Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you, thank you. And Chris Capello, $10. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Keep donating, guys. We need a decent night of donations, or I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die. I'm gonna pass away. Because I can't. It's got to be somewhat of a decent month. It's fucking December. It's Christmas. All right, let me go back up. I want to read some more comments, and I'm going to figure out what I need to do about a certain situation that's taking place right now. Oh, shit, look at that. Matthew Wells, $20. Thank you, bro. I'm not sure if you've donated before, but thank you either way, especially if you're a new donor, because we don't get many of them. How about some new people donate? How awesome would that be? American Made, any show with Beetlejuice is legendary. Who, me? Yeah, without a doubt. Beetlejuice is a star. He's a star. I got to get Beetlejuice on here. I was going to try like a year ago and I totally, forgot. But yeah, I got to get Beetlejuice on here. How great would that be? Oh my God. Have him be my co-host. Fuck it. I'll finally have a co-host. It'll be Beetlejuice. Look at this. What a good guy. Joey67. He wants to see me live. Can't have you dying on us, Chris. LOL. Here's a little something. Hey, chat. Hope everyone's good. Thank you, Joey67. I appreciate you. I do. You guys are great, man. All right. Let me get back to I'm interested in the conversation, so I want to see as many comments as possible. Used to love hearing Riley Martin negotiate his salary with Howard. Dude was crazy. Yes. Yes. What did he want? He wanted Tim Sabian was going to pay him $250 a show and he wanted like $1 million or some shit. Fucking lunatic. Abducted by aliens. Howard screwed everyone, only glad he screwed Jackie. He was awful. I can't even watch the Jackie years. Jackie to me was never funny. His voice was annoying. That's the thing about Howard. Ralph Cirella is an example. Howard has weird fucking taste in people, man. Oh my God. Seriously, the people he thinks are like these fucking, don't get me wrong, he can spot talent without a doubt, but people like Jackie, what are you bothering with this fucking guy for all those years, fucking negotiating with him and fuck him. Who couldn't replace Jackie? I know when Jackie saw Artie Lang, he was like, oh, fuck me. I'm never getting my job back. Artie Lang was 5,000 times as fucking entertaining as that douchebag Jackie. For real. Oh, look at this shit. Shinebox, $20 for Matt. Thank you, Shinebox, and it's very good to see you. I was starting to worry. I was going to send you a text. I haven't seen you in a while. You scare me when you go away. I don't know what's happening. Heck, a joke man wanted 1 million a year, so Howard told him to kick rocks. Yes, he did. Dexter Morgan, I had dinner next to Stern's mother and father one night. They were very nice and engaged with us in conversation the entire night since they were at the table next to us. Oh, that's awesome. They seem like nice people. Back to this. What was I going to say about that? There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, imagine like if he would have, just took the offer, whatever they were offering him. Because I heard it was only $50,000, the difference. So what was he? They offered him 950 grand a year or something. He wanted 1 million. I mean, can you imagine the greed? If that's what it was, I remember them saying it was only a 50 grand difference that Jackie was fighting over. So imagine, I mean, he just faded into obscurity, nothing, career over. Think about if he would have stayed another 24, 25 years with Howard. And imagine if Fred, I saw, when I read it, it's something like Fred was getting like 7 million a year. Robin was getting 10 million a year, something like that. Imagine Jackie would probably, he'd be getting millions a year. Artie, I think, was getting like a million or 1.5, I think, something like that a year. But his comedy career, and Artie is not exactly the greatest stand-up comedian, let's be honest. But that motherfucker was selling out arenas. No, I don't know about arenas, but big venues when he was on Stern. He was getting 100 grand a night sometimes. Artie is I love Artie, but at the same time I hate him because he is, yes, that's true, Joey Times. He is the ultimate loser. I know people like him. The blessing after blessing, luck on top of luck. Millions of fucking dollars squandered. He ruins everything he touches, but he does it on purpose. I know he's got psychological issues, blah blah blah. So do I. So do we all. Okay, but there's nothing you could do for Artie. He will fuck it up deliberately. Now I was like that for well, I won't say a large part of my life, on and off throughout my life. But like right now, I don't want to fuck everything up. Artie would feel the need to. He destroyed everything. He threw everything away. And I just I can't respect that. Look at him. He don't even have a nose anymore. I mean, Jesus fuck. He lost teeth. He didn't even get his fucking teeth replaced. I mean, he never cared about how he looks. You know how I feel about that. I don't know, man. But that was Artie's, that was his mystique, his thing. It was like, oh, he doesn't give a fuck. He's a slob. Be a slob, but he threw millions away. He threw an amazing radio career away, a comedy career. He threw it, everything, acting. He threw it all away. So, and he took heroin over all of it, and I don't know. Just pisses me off. Yeah, Jason. They had him doing that shit. I guess not. Jackie, the joke man, recently did an interview and spoke well of him. That's because he's still trying to get back in there. I don't know. Yeah, Howard says this is his last 5 years, and this time, I think I believe it. I think, but I'm not sure. He's gone as Hollywood as can go. He's gone as Hollywood as a person could be, and he's interviewed everybody. He's in with the A crowd. That's what he always wanted. He wanted to be in with the A-list crowd, and he's got it, So I think he's ready to, right off into the sunset. Hold on a second, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I wanted to light a cigar. Robin is making 15 million. Oh, well, can I say? Stick with Howard Stern long enough. Fuck it, I used to say, I could imagine paying Robin $3 fucking, because she's, I don't know, she's Robin. I can't stand Robin. I need to make that clear. I never could. I can't tolerate her. So I guess I don't get it, but she's his partner. If she actually sits back and feels like she deserves that much, then there'd be something wrong. And she probably does. Stuttering John was making $35K a year after 15 years on the show. He had every right to leave. Can't blame him. Yeah, but look, he failed in the long run. It cost him. I mean, he did okay for himself, but I just saw him live, by the way. He had mad super chats. He had 900 people watching live. But look, if he would have stayed, Because it ain't, see, yeah, he's making 35 grand, but look at all the opportunities, the connections you make. And Howard knows that. You work for him, you're in. I mean, Stuttering John found himself in situations he would have never been in his entire life. Good situations, you know? And all the appearances. Those guys got paid for appearances. They flew on private jets just because they were with Howard. They were at the Playboy Mansion. They were around the most beautiful women in the world in Vegas at strip clubs, and all that shit. Is a fuck that. Give me 35 grand a year now to work for Howard Stern, and I'm fucking there. I, and 35 grand a year is not acceptable to me. But for that job, and this Stuttering John was bitching in the 90s. Fuck that. 2023, Howard, I'll come work for you for 35 grand. How does that sound? Matter of fact, I might pay you 35 grand to let me work for you. Maybe not anymore. But at the peak, yeah. Thank you, Even Mind Moolah. Howard used to bust Robin's chops for the story she told about getting effed in the. I know, I know, I know. Uh, yeah, I know. You ain't kidding, Jesse. That's what I need. Yeah, it's true, Jason. It's true, man. Just got to move on. Unfortunately, as hard as it is. Who Wants to Be a Turkish Millionaire? That was great. Uh, yeah, you're right. See, I Stinky Vegan. I never thought about it, but you're absolutely right. Uh, there you go, Dave singing. They say never meet your heroes. Yeah, they're right. You never want to do that. You don't. No, it's true, Miss Can't Be Wrong. They don't. Uh, yeah, I think Tony Ducks. I think they gave me that option, and I accidentally clicked on the fucking Whole Foods, and then I was stuck. But I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Yes, yes, I guess Steve Cutler. I don't know of one, but Shanna was talking about it earlier. Wegmans. I'm like, where the fuck is that? What is that? But apparently there is one. Yeah, me too, Antonino. I'm sorry, usually, but now it's like they gave me specific places in this shit. Oh my God, is it really? Dave, is it really? Holy shit. Howard Stern net worth. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I always go by celebrity net worth. They say 650, but I see it here. The CA Club India, whatever, says 900 million. There you go, Antonino. Unbelievable. Oh, Stevie, without a doubt they have. Crazy Alice. Fuck you, Audie. Hi, Fred. Crazy Alice. I couldn't stand her, but Artie's impression of her was the fucking best. Oh my God. Fuck you, ugly. What was the one? What's her main catchphrase? I can't remember now. Hmm. Fuck, I don't remember. Um, I'm getting real fucking pissed off. The Whack Pack and the staff made that show. Howard would have been just another shock jock without them. Oh, without a doubt. Of course, yeah, no question. Yeah, without a doubt. See, I Stinky Vegan. I agree. And I said, Jab, shut the fuck up. I was a military brat, so I have no lifelong friends from when I was a kid. I'm used to people coming and going. Yeah, I hear that, bro. Sucks. Yeah, it's true, man. You can. Yeah, that's the way it is. You? Why you? Or you never have to worry about anything. By the way, I got to get back to you. I was thinking about your situation. Uh, I'll get back to you. I don't allow people at work to look directly at me. That's normal, right? I don't know if it's normal, but I love it. I would be the same way if I was you. You shouldn't let them. Oh, look, Dana, $15. Thanks for all the great shows. Not much. It's more than enough. Thank you, Dana. Thank you very much. I appreciate every dime. It doesn't matter the amount. Thank you, Dana. Wait a minute. Hold on. Am I seeing this? Hmm. Dexter Morgan, sorry, FBS. Stern owned those people for a good portion of his success, and he shit on them all, both on camera and off camera stuff. But don't be sorry to me. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, and you're probably right. Yeah, I have no skin in the game, bro. I'm just, I'm the only reason I'm saying what I'm saying is because I know now how people can be when they feel like you owe them something or when they rely on you. And if people ever feel like, they're living in your shadow in any way, they become resentful and angry and shit. I just don't, you know, I can only imagine how Howard Stern feels with all those fucking people. That's why Richard and Sal, they don't bitch about their money. They just do their thing. They know better. Just do your thing. But yeah, I think you're right, Dexter Morgan, most likely. Joseph Montanero, what's up, FBS and everyone? I was listening. Oh, it was hard to listen to Howard talking about Ralph. It would be like you talking about Gunsmoke. I know, bro. I know. It was hard. We were listening to it, and Shanna actually started tearing up. It was, because when you have a friend like that, like he was with Ralph, because you got to remember with Howard, he can't trust anybody. There's big money in stabbing him in the back. So when all of us were sitting around for years wondering why is he friends with this douchebag, well, he just told us he's friends with him because he could trust them, and he couldn't. There's not many people he could trust. So, yeah, let me see something. Oh yeah. November 29th, Kaz. No, it's staying the way it is. Give me a second, guys. Let me get a drink. All right. Let me see here. Howard's show on WNBC was lame. It wasn't until he got to KRLQ and all the staff and Whack Pack were introduced to the show. Took off. Oh, I'm sorry. that the show took off. Howard owed these people, but he wanted all the money. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely, like I said, man. I just from the shit I've heard him say, he's a cheap motherfucker. There's no question. Ah, is that right, Jason? Beetlejuice has better dental work. Look, now I got my fucking lip piece of a cigar. What the fuck? There's gonna be fucking okay. There's gonna be 10 shows about that tomorrow. Beetlejuice has better dental work than most mob tubers. Oh, without question. All right, bro. Have a good night, Shawn and Clark. Riley and Eric were the best. Yeah, they were great. I saw a video with Beetlejuice from not that long ago, but not on Stern. Oh my God, Ranger Fan 11. Don't do this to me, bro. Why do you got to do this, Ranger Fan? Why? Don't you like me, bro? Don't you love me? What happened? Why do you want to ruin me like that? Why? I read somewhere that Jackie made 500K, but he wanted a million. Then finally he agreed to the 500K, and Howard said no. If that's what the numbers, yeah, I know he went back and agreed to the offer, and Howard said no, but I don't know the exact numbers. Oh, I know, Ray Schultz. I agree. Oh my God, there was nothing funny about Benji. What a douche. Well, he would do some funny shit on the street sometimes, but yes, Joey 67, very well said. Yep. Oh no, but Chris Capello, there's good news. It's never too late. It's like becoming a born again Christian. It's never too late. You can fucking and it's better, way better than being a born again Christian. Okay. You can start today, tomorrow. It's never too late. Trust me when I tell you, Chris Capello. If you get in to Howard Stern, you will be hooked so fucking fast. Just start around the year 2001, 2002 when it was Artie and Sal and Richard, and oh my fucking God, you are gonna love it. But even more so 2005. The show was never better than those first 6 or 7 Sirius XM years. Start at that. Just look up Howard TV, any of that shit, on YouTube. And I'm telling you, it's the greatest shit ever. Go listen to the Eric the Midget saga. I'm sure that's on YouTube. Jay, I know. I know gambling, whores, drugs. Oh, thank you, Jay. I think I had it last night too, bro. And I don't even know. I got to delete this shit so that can't happen anymore. Look at this. I have Mob 2. There you go. It's gone. Fuck. I'm going to delete all that shit. I just can't get there yet. Yes, that's right. SL Gordon 3 without a doubt. You might be right, Joey 67. I never seen a nose do that from coke heroin. I think something else added to it. Well, he said he snorted broken glass or something. I don't know. The stuttering John. Yeah, he's another one I never quite saw the talent. He's got balls of steel. That was his talent. Mm. Yeah, get down through here. Oh, is that right? SL Gordon 3? Okay. Yes, yes. No matter what, Ray Schultz. Yes, he should have. Period. End of story. He should have taken care of that. Yep. It's one of the biggest stains on his reputation, without a fucking doubt. Disgraceful. No excuse. No excuse for not taking care of that shit. Evil Mind Moolah, there's a lot of ways to calculate someone's net worth or value. You could add up all their assets. You could simply look at how much income they make. Yeah. Guess so. Sean Campbell, my bad. I live in Buffalo. Always thought we were the only ones with Wegmans. Shut up. She said there isn't one around here, so I don't know which one she went to. Yeah, I agree, Dexter Morgan. Ever since he hooked up with that redheaded pig, yeah, I think she fucked everything up. She had him all into the art of getting things done or whatever the fuck and all that horse shit. It's true, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Well, Howard could definitely trust Ralph with his wife. Yes, he could. I don't think Ralph had any interest in you know. But then again, I don't know. Apparently, he was into women. I just, I don't know. Didn't he want Beth? I think he wanted Beth, and Howard got her. I think that's the story. I think he has something blocking the other side to the audience. It looks like the right side. It's a dimmer, but for FBS, it's probably his left. Oh, it's the back of his chair. What are you talking about? The lights? I don't know. Yeah, I saw you said that a couple times, bro. That's true, FBS. I got into The Sopranos way after they started. I didn't think I would like it, and ended up my favorite of all time. Yeah, definitely, man. You can that shit's timeless, bro. You can go back to it whenever. Let me see something here, guys. All right. I think I'm going to shut it down. I want to thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed this show a little. Not exactly the most exciting, but I could talk about Stern for days. Anybody who donated, thank you. Joey67, Antonino, Jason Mikesell, Jason again. Jason for being a member, and Jenny also, Stephen Cordell. Let me see. Dana, Shinebox, Matthew Wells, Chris Capello. I think that's it. Thank you guys. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow at some point. I'm not sure when. I got to go to the periodontist. I'm telling you, I can't take it any fucking more. I'm going to be all numbed up again tomorrow. So I don't know when I'll be on, but probably not until nighttime. We'll see, though. I don't know. Thanks for everything, guys. I love you all. And until next time, salute.